Hello everybody, and welcome to Gem Mining, the series where we dig deep into the depths of the internet to bring you the best and worst obscure games that money can buy. Today up for appraisal, we have a JRPG by the name of Recettear, an item shop's tale. Capitalism, ho! Recettear was originally developed by the Japanese developers Easy Game Station and was localized for a Western release by Carpe Fulgar, who have also localized games such as Chantalise, A Tale of Two Sisters, and Fortune Summoners, which were also developed by Easy Game Station. The game's story focuses on the proprietors of Recettear, who are known as Recette and Tear, merchants who buy low and sell dear, except to this damn little cheapskate right here, as well as hiring adventurers to help them collect items to sell. The story begins with Recette inheriting the shop after a loan shark fairy comes seeking collection for a massive loan her father made to build their house, who ran off 3 months prior to become a hero. Needless to say, it didn't go exactly according to plan, and now the poor girl has to pay off her father's massive debt to the loan shark fairy, Tear. Tear tells Recette that she has two options: repay her father's debt by turning her house into an item shop, or homelessness. The town itself is a classic adventuring hub, with its tavern, a church, marketplaces, and guilds. It is also in close proximity to the ever-changing dungeons, which are interesting and varied, ranging from forests to underground caverns, miniature islands in the ocean, to great stone temples buried deep underground. The characters and writing is also quite nice too, with Recette often offering chuckle-worthy lines every now and again. However, the list of named characters is quite small and there's not much chemistry between them, but the characters themselves are decently written and mostly likable. Much of the gameplay in Recettear is comprised of buying and selling items in the shop to pay off the loan, as well as improving the shop itself to attract more customers. Theoretically, you can just visit the Merchants Guild or the markets and buy items to resell until you pay off the loan, but dungeons can provide items for free out of monster drops and chests. However, this carries a certain risk, as if your adventurer falls in the dungeon, you're only able to take one item back to town with you. The dungeons themselves are a treacherous place, with a great variety of enemies to face, all with different strategies. Slimes just seem to meander around the place and hope that they hit you, or wait for you to run straight into them like a Burk. These little snow bunnies will hop away from you whenever you try to swing at them, and this thing charges straight at you like nobody's business. There are also armored enemies that force you to make use of the game's damage system. Simply put, you deal more damage by attacking the enemy's sides, their back, or countering their attacks. Keep in mind that these damage bonuses stack, and God help the creature that faces a critical hit when combined with any of those things. However, combat is very tough on newcomers, and those that are unfamiliar with the mechanics or the attack patterns of the enemies will quickly encounter a world of pain. Not only that, but there are some devious traps set about the place, from rocks falling from the sky, to trapped chests that inflict you with ice physics, and some more unconventional traps. The dungeons also offer up some interesting boss fights, which can also drop incredibly rare and expensive loot, most of which can be used in crafting new items at the Merchant Guild's furnace. However, the crafting system is rather weak and sloppy, as all the recipes have entirely unknown ingredients, which are not revealed until you find that exact ingredient, and even then the other ingredients are still a mystery. While very valuable items can be obtained through fusion, it's better for the most part to just ignore it completely. And while you might be able to just look on the Recettear wiki for the recipes, there's still no guarantee that you'll find the items required to make the fusion items, so you may just end up spending all your time in the dungeons and not being able to reach the deadline in time. And that really sucks.
こうしてかわいそうな少女は世間の厳しさに負けたのでした。
Recettear obviously shows a great influence from anime and the like, with a few subtle anime references thrown in for good measure. However, the in-game graphics are somewhat odd as the dungeons and inside shops have 2D pixelated sprites for humanoid characters that look quite good and detailed on an isometric 3D environment with 3D modeled enemies. This seems a little odd at first, but it's something you quickly get used to when playing. In the way of options, well, there aren't any graphical options. No sliders, nothing. So it loses points for that. Overall, this is definitely one of the better JRPGs I've played. With charming music, cute characters, and surprisingly addictive gameplay, this is definitely worth your attention, even with its flaws. So in this mining trip, I find that Recettear is an imperfect gem. Not the best, but definitely something that you should pick up if you're looking for something of definite quality to occupy your time. Thanks for watching, and this has been the Shrubbery King.